Hulk smash! Hulk real likey! Ooh, Hulk smash! Yep, that's right guys, you first heard it here. T-Rex is Skylanders' version of the Hulk. I mean, like, just look at this rage and this power. It parallels that of the Hulk, nevertheless, just in tree form, supposedly. So let's head inside here, because if you remember back to the previous episode, we managed to get ourselves a Lockatron wheel for power, which is going to turn out useful. But not that Mr. Hulk here needs any more of that, he has plenty of power to go around as it is. But hey, a little extra power, never hurt anyone, did it? Well, it hurt the enemies, but as for us, it didn't. So that's why we're going to implement such things. But yeah, I hope you liked that intro right there, combining my two greatest passions of Marvel and Skylanders together, nevertheless.
I can't wait to meet this Oracle. I'm sure he's heard a lot about me.
He's heard a lot about everything, you know, he's an Oracle and all. He's the all-knowing Oracle. So the Oracle is the Oracle of Skylanders, makes sense, right? But the Oracle of Earth is myself, of course, because Ignite the Fire is right about everything. And even when he's wrong about something, he admits that he's wrong about something, which makes him right, that he knew that he was wrong. So there you go, that's what makes me right about everything.
It's our village! It's been overrun by creeps!
Oh, that's a shame. But no worries, these creeps aren't too creepy for us. We can take them down quite easily, I'm sure. After all, we still do have 7 giants left to us, with Crusher being our only loss so far.
I'm actually here to find someone named the Oracle. Seen him around anywhere?
Anyway, I did mention previously about losses, and you guys probably thinking, well, what the hell are you going on about right now? Losses? 7 giants? What is this? Well, this is episode number 12 of the Skylanders Giants Giant Lock. I did forget to mention that previously, due to the fact I was too busy Hulk smashing stuff. But what happens in a giant lock is that I have to play with the 8 original giants, and whenever the element of the area swaps, I must swap out to the giant which represents the element, and I cannot swap out again until the element changes. So right here, for example, we had fire, which means that I must swap out to Hothead, and I can't swap back from Hothead until the area element of the area changes again. And if the giant is defeated in battle, like Crusher was a few episodes ago, then they are considered dead, and I cannot use them again throughout the rest of the lock. But man, I'm sad, now I can't Hulk smash anymore. But we did find at least a story scroll for the Trial of Wealth.
And expecting different results may sometimes be referred to as insanity. But it can also lead to a special reward.
This is even more foreshadowing. Yet again, this story scroll is linking this level to other levels within the game, and once we get to the level of the game in hand, I can show you where the links have been made, because it's basically a hint at foreshadowing, nevertheless, and I love foreshadowing, it's a great technique to say the least. Either way, let's get driving. But basically, I equipped the the Lockatron wheel for power before, because power and health are very useful within a lock. Because health means that you're more likely to get food from enemies once you defeat them, which means that you can heal up your giants much more easily if they are to be hit. Which is important because, of course, we want to maintain our health throughout the series, because it doesn't matter how low our health is, as long as we have some left, that's all it does matter. Ooh, boulder! Can you lift it, please, Hothead? Thank you. Take this, you suckers. But yeah, and then power is also useful, because the more power you have, the easier you can take down your enemies. And of course, the less enemies there are, the easier it is to get out of such combats unharmed and with much more health, so you can, so you're more likely to keep all of your giants towards the later levels, that is. And as you can see, I got some food right there, so we can blame the food to the fact that I have so much health Lockatron wheels in the Lockatron right now. Oh, nice, there's that dude taken down, you can blame that to power. And I know we're blaming a lot of stuff on the Lockatron wheels right now, but it's not like we're blaming them for bad things, we're blaming them for good things, nevertheless. Now we do need to push this island right here, because it is classed as a feat of strength, which we do indeed need to do. You are indeed on fire, buddy. And from that, we're going to claim the fruits of our labour, purely because of the fact that Hothead isn't quite maxed out on gold just yet, so we could be doing with a little bit extra just to boost him up to that maxed out level, which is 65,000 within this game, nevertheless. In fact, it's 65,000 throughout the whole franchise, in all fairness, and that's purely because the figurines themselves cannot store any more than 65,000 gold within them. It's the maximum amount of storage space that they have, nevertheless. Looks like these fools want to die. Okay, so let's lift this thing up right here, and then we're going to throw it at the hut. Because what happens when we destroy the hut is it means that less of these grenadier dudes spawn in. You didn't think you was going to defeat me that easily, did you, you stupid blaze brewer? And we got another piece of pizza! How convenient is that? Thank you, health. Locatron wheels, nevertheless. But yeah, we got plenty of gold in here for Hothead to claim once again. And it's going to be even more useful by the fact that we can accumulate gold much more easily and quickly. Oh wait, as you saw, the element of the area swapped out to Earth right now, but the thing is that I did mention previously that Crusher has been defeated, and Crusher is the representative of the Earth element. So basically, whenever the Earth element comes up, I must stay as the giant I'm currently playing as. So in this case, I must remain as Hothead. And what do you know, I must remain as Hothead for even longer, considering that the element of the area is still dedicated to Earth, nevertheless. Oh boy, watch out for that. Even though those things are so, deal such little damage, it's not even worth worrying over. Okay, so there's a little drop-off point right here, which gives you not only a piece of pizza, which is going to turn out useful, but also a little, bonus. So if we come in here, there's actually going to be a cogwheel. Now, I feel like this should have been a giant, thing instead of just a cogwheel thing, but hey, we'll take it nevertheless, and from there we can earn even more gold, which will accumulate Hothead to a maxed out amount even quicker. So yeah, it'll definitely help boost them up in terms of gold nevertheless. Oh wait, there's those boulders taken down. I've got to make sure to get to all of them because there's plenty of boulders to go around in this level, to say the least. What do you expect is a mountain is going to have plenty of boulders nevertheless. Okay, we're going to focus on taking out the grenadiers first because they are easily the most annoying ones. Take this, you fool. Ahaha, took it, he did. Go away, you fools. Stay away! Stay away or else I'll burn you! Ha ha ha, he's been burned. And that's why you don't play with fire, kids. Fun fact about Hothead, actually. Oh darn, the element of the area swapped up magic. Well, it's not like I can disrupt this cutscene, right? So anyway, let's swap up the genie right here. But yeah, as we're saying, fun fact about Hothead is that he is the first character within the Skylanders to come into contact with a magical oil. But the thing is that when the magical oil was ignited, ignite the fire, or in this case ignite the oil nevertheless. I would swap right now, but the thing is that once again, because we do not have Crusher, we've got to stick with Ninjini. But anyway, so yeah, that's basically what happened. He was the first character to come in contact with that, and from there that formed his fire giant body nevertheless. And so it's said that this is where he got his legendary catchphrase, "Hey, I'm on fire." But sources claim that what he actually said was, "Ah, someone get a hose quick!" So yeah, that was what Hothead's first ever catchphrase was, not "Hey, I'm on fire" at all. So never, don't believe everything you read or everything you hear, nevertheless. Ooh, Auric, what do you have for us today? A Locatron ball, but I will quite happily take this, thank you very much, nevertheless. Okay, what stones do we have? This stone is a very powerful one, so we're going to go for both of them, actually. Why the hell not, right? But as for the hats, we're not too bothered about those, but as for the damage power up, of course we're going to wear it. And then again, we may as well get the rocket hat, considering that the rocket hat is actually in reference to Toys for Bob themselves, and they are the developers for this game, so I suppose the developers kind of deserve a shout out for making such a great game as this. In fact, they didn't just create this game, they created the first game as well, which means that they created Legacy. They created this franchise, and they deserve the praise for it. And we all know how much I love this franchise, so they deserve no end of praise for that, nevertheless. So yeah, that's why I may as well buy the hat. A small price to pay for such an honourable cause is worth it, I feel. And then we also got a charm, which is going to do double damage to enemies, so that's going to turn out very useful, especially on this Slobber and Mutticus right here. And then for hat, it's also going to give us additional damage, I suppose. Trust me, it's better than my princess hat. Even more borders right here. Okay, so what we can do is we can use these boulders to take out these huts, so that's going to stop the grenaders from spawning. And not to mention there's also an achievement that you can get from destroying all of the huts within this level, I believe. But yeah, as you can see, this made the combat scenario right here much more easier on us, nevertheless. They stood no chance against Ninjini right here. But either let's head inside and see what we got in these crystalline mines. Ooh, interesting, nevertheless. And the element of the area has remained as magic, so that means we're going to be remaining as Ninjini. So as you can see, this is a giant area right here, so we could just use Ninjini to blow it up. But we're going to speak to Quickjaw right here, purely because, as you saw previously, we bought some Skylanders, so we may as well put them to good use, right?
Let's get down to business.
Yeah, let's get down to business indeed. Show off my new stones. You stand no chance, buddy boy. Take this. In comes a jawbreaker, but hey, we can take that stone quite easily using, let's go with Chompybot right here.
Chompybot 9000.
Don't you mean 9004? Be specific, narrator guy, Jesus.
Riveter.
Not cool, dude. You don't just take my stone just to take it back again. Or, scratch that. I don't just take your stone so you can take it back again. That's just rude. Okay, we're going to use you right here to take down this dude. And I don't think he has a stone which has 2 above or 2 to the left, so we should be safe right now. And I was correct in that factor. Okay, so let's use the Ultron right here to defend our stones, because at the moment we've won and secured our victory, so what we need to do is play defensive to maintain that victory, nevertheless. And we have won, indeed. We have defeated Mr. Quickdraw himself. So what you normally want to do here is that if you don't have a giant, what you can do instead is you can grab this key from winning this game of Sky Stones, and then from there, once you grab this key, you can head back up here to grab a bomb, and that bomb can be used to destroy the wall, but we're not going to use it to destroy the wall considering we already have an Genie here to do that for us. But what we can use a bomb for, however, is you can use a bomb on the ore as well, and once you blow up the ore, you can get nice little gold bonuses from it, so that's basically my example of using a bomb to your advantage right there. But now, let's blow this wall up without further ado. Kaboom! I'll tell you what, Boomer would be proud, even though I did just yell out Kaboom's name. But point is, explosions go kaboom, so that's why I'm referencing Boomer right now. I'm just referencing Kaboom by the fact that his name is actually Kaboom. Okay, we've got some enemies right here, but I'm sure an engineer will do just fine. Hopefully that is. If they weren't spinning dudes, that is. Okay, you guys really need to go down. Okay, here we go. This works. We can just make them all go to sleep. And then we can do that. Heh. You see what I mean? She's so great. I love Ninjini. Oh, and here comes some more slobbering Mutacuses. So let's take him down without further ado. Can we take him down? Oh, I'm sure we can. That was a very bad decision. Oh, but we still beat it! Oh, that's glorious. We was literally on the brink of death, and yet we barely came back from it. That is what I call awesomeness at the helm. Not only has I5 had his clutch victory, but as has Ninjini at this point. And we don't even need this bomb right now. Oh, darn, we've got to remain as Ninjini considering that Krisha is still dead to this cause, unfortunately. By the way, let's hit this teleporter right here and grab ourselves a legendary treasure, because it's going to turn out useful considering that Ninjini isn't maxed out anymore because she just bought some things from Auric involving charms and Sky Stones and stuff like that, nevertheless. So, some additional gold would indeed come in handy.
My path lies ahead.
Undead, thank heavens for that. So that means we can bring in Eyebrow at long last. I'm definitely glad to bring Ninjini off a portal considering how low she was, nevertheless. Okay, now what we've got to do is be careful with these swords to not get hit with Eyebrow. So much about not being hit, guys, but hey, at least it was only a small amount of damage, not enough to cause any sort of real damage. Okay, let's just destroy this stuff right here. Okay, see, so what we could do, guys, is we could do one of two things. We could take the boring... What we could do is we could take the boring linear path, or we could take the exciting tech path instead. We'll both wind up... once you take the tech path, you'll wind up at where you would be normally anyway, so may as well, right? nothing, no harm came from a little bit of extra exploration. And I'm sorry for a minute pause right there. I was just checking out one of the notifications I just received from Crypt Crusher right there. Great kid, that one. A channel I'd highly recommend checking out, especially if you love Skylanders and topic videos and stuff, because this guy is a guy for he honestly deserves more subscribers. So go check him out, nevertheless. But now that the shout outs are done, let's continue to advance with this level. Why did I do this? Why did I put Bouncer at this much risk for this little reward? This hat better be worth it. Ow, ow. That's a lot of ouchies. But hey, what do you know? The hat is indeed worth it, and I'll show you why in a second right here, guys. Now that, my friends, is why the hat is worth it. There's a flippin' Spyro on it. Why would you not want a trucker hat with a flippin' Spyro on it, right? So yes, we are going to wear it purely because I want to reference my boy Spyro, and not to mention it also gives us some additional armor, which I'm sure will come in much handiness nevertheless. Even though Bouncer doesn't really have hands, he has more like pointy, gunny finger thingies in hands, but still you get my point nevertheless. Ow, ow again. Once again, that's a lot of ouchie. Okay, so let's quickly just allow Bouncer to heal himself back right up right here. But yeah, as you can see, he has more fingers than hands, really, come to think of it. But anyway, poor Eyebrow only had a few seconds screen time, but don't worry, considering we've got an arena coming up, I'm sure I can utilise him to some degree in such an arena nevertheless. But yeah, Bowser's almost fully healed up once again right here. In fact, no, we can advance now because there's going to be some food coming up, so we may as well continue to advance because the food can heal us straight back up nevertheless. So, wait, as you saw, that brought us back to the end of this linear sequence which we saw before. How did that hit me? Stupid hitbox. But either way, so yeah, this brought us to the end of that. And so what it meant is that normally you would have been unable to grab this treasure chest if you took the tech path, because it's normally a choose one path of the other scenario. But if you do what I did and basically just backtracked a little bit, you could have got the treasure chest as well as achieved all of the collectibles from the tech zone. So that's how I'd recommend 100% in this level nevertheless. And that's definitely glorious to say the least, considering that Bouncer definitely needs his gold, considering he is not quite maxed out yet because he bought from Auric in the previous episodes, I believed. Okay, so let's continue to advance right here. And watch out with the spikes also. The spikes are not our friends. Okay, so now we're going to push of this button right here because hashtag buttons are awesome and do things. And then from here we have another button to push. Yeah, this game loves its buttons for some strange and absurd reason, but hey, not like I'm moaning about it, mind you. I mean, like, it's the #1 rule of video games: if you see a big glowing button, press it. Golden rule of any video game nevertheless. Whoever told you not to press it? The rule has always been and forever will be to press it, to say the least. Other way, let's go bouncy bouncy! Once again, I love that catchphrase of T-Rex's. Which, interestingly enough, that one-liner from T-Rex, Bouncy Bouncy, is actually the name of one of Eyebrow's upgrades, so I'm glad that those giants kind of, like, reference each other unintentionally, it feels like, almost. But yeah, it's great how those two giants link together like that. And that's important because, of course, you know, the giants are part of one big squad, pretty much. Like, they're the giant squad, to say the least. Either way, we did that in that specific way because of T-Rex's Soul Gem right here. It's the only way to access it, considering there is no jumping in this game. And, of course, we want to grab T-Rex's Soul Gem because he's A, the most classic giant, and B, of course we want to grab the Soul Gem for the most classic giant in the giant Locke, and we are going to preview him because he is part of our squad, so previewing him is kind of a necessity at this point. They're just the bare necessities of life. Yeah, I just had to make that a reference because flipping Jungle Book, that's why. I mean, need I say any more? But yeah, I'm not greatest of singers, so I will definitely be the first to admit with you guys. But when it comes to Jungle Book, which I was talking about previously, that's another one of my childhood movies. So I say Cars as my childhood movie. That's because that's a movie which was my favourite movie as a child and the one I watched the most. But one of my first ever movies was Jungle Book. Jungle Book I have watched ever since I was very, very young, and I've loved it ever since I was very, very young. Jungle Book is a great movie nevertheless. It has some great songs, some great animation. So yeah, I approve of Jungle Book nevertheless, and that's why I just had to reference it with my singing skill, or the lack thereof, I suppose. Oh, I'll have plenty of fun to go around right here, Pipsqueak.
Arena of fun for everybody but you.
Now that, my friends, is a name. What an impressive name, nevertheless. If I ever need to name an arena, I'm going to name it that, because it's a great name, to say the least. Now take this! Take my bullets, you fools! Ha 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 ha! Oh, I'm so trigger happy right now, it's glorious. Speaking of trigger happy, I love that guy. Trigger happy is another example of a great button mashing Skylander, nevertheless. Okay, there's that full takedown. Ah, yes, we got a pretzel from it, which turned out delicious and even more healing. This is why our health Locotron wheels are important, guys. Idiots! They went right into that those laser eyes of ours right there, nevertheless. What annihilation right there.
Anybody could get lucky once.
Okay, so there's the end of wave 2. So I did mention previously that I felt sorry for Eyeball only having a split second of screen time. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take Bouncer off and replace him for Eyeball for the second round, so then Eyeball can gain some screen time nevertheless.
I've got my eye on you.
Oh, do you? Hey? Okay, let's take down some fools! Oh yeah, I just realised this guy had very little screen time, and yet it was still enough screen time for him to be damaged by those blades. But hey, what does it matter? We healed up from food, so that's all that does matter. Because as I mentioned previously, it doesn't matter how much damage we took along the way. All what matters is that, and it doesn't matter how much health we have remaining. All what matters is that we survived in the end. I mean, look at this guy previously. He had literally 3 health previously, and he survived just fine. So it might have only been 3 health, but it was still health remaining, and that's what mattered. Oh, nice, we got some pizza right there, and Eyeball likes himself some pizza. Then again, I think every Skylander in existence loves himself some pizza. Boom! Take that, sucker. Haha, nice try, buddy. Well, I say nice try, but it wasn't. Okay, now we got to watch out for these dudes right here. There's that dude taken down. And there's the other dude taken down. Oh man, but his grenade didn't stop his grenade from getting me in the end though. But hey, what does it matter? We still have plenty of help to go around, and as I mentioned previously, that's what really matters in all fairness. Eyeball, get out of there, buddy! Take my eye cannon, you fool. There we go, there's that fool taken down. Yeah, that eye cannon is great nevertheless. Oh, it looks like we're on the final phase already. How impressive. Okay, so we're definitely going to need a giant with great maneuverability skills for this final stage. And luckily enough, our most maneuverable giant just so happens to be remaining at full health still. So that's why there is no better choice for this wave of enemies than Swarm. Certainly is also my favourite giant, so of course being my favourite giant, I will be quite decent with him. At least I hope so, nevertheless. Ow! Why have you got to be so mean, man? That was mean. So mean. Okay, there's that fool thing down. Okay, now we've got to watch out for all these blades right here. You see what I mean? Swarm's absolute annihilation right here. Now all we've got to do is watch out with blades, because being a giant and all, he just have a giant hitbox, so the blades are going to be a little less convenient for us nevertheless. Okay, so now we've got a Blaze Brewer to take down, so let's try and take him down with ease. We're not going to worry too much about grenaders just yet, even though they are going to be a pain. So, actually, a second thought, so let's definitely take down those grenaders, because as you saw right there, they accumulated a whole lot of damage right there, a little more than what I wanted. Ah, yes, thank you, Blaze Brewer, for the watermelon. I definitely appreciate it, and thanks to that, we're back up to a very decent amount of health nevertheless. Oh no, we got 2 of these guys right here. Oh wow, that Blaze Brewer took himself down by the looks of it. Oh no, that Taco's up there. Unfortunately, we're not quite tall enough to reach it. Oh wait, no we are! How awesome! Because if you actually count Swarm's blade, his blade is actually the tallest giant except for Genie. So like when Skylanders Giants first came out, including Swarm's blade made him the tallest giant, but then Genie came and just barely knocked him down by, I think, literally a few millimeters of her hair, pretty much. Oh yeah, you're the big guns, alright. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. He's going to put up such a huge fight. Honestly, this guy I was not prepared for. I mean, like, honestly, what am I going to do? Wait, that's it. What? How pathetic, you coward, nevertheless. You are literally the dictionary definition of coward. You are the biggest coward in Skylanders history. And I'm a pretty big coward, so you're an even bigger coward than me, so that's really saying something. Okay, so we're going to focus on this guy first and foremost, because we're just taking him down. The rest of the enemies shall follow. And by that I mean they will go down as well, of course. Okay, we do have grenaders right here, but fortunately for us, we managed to take down the Duke right there much faster, nevertheless. Says Pipsqueak right there. He's literally a Pipsqueak with how cowardly he is, nevertheless.
You did it.
I did it indeed. What can I say except you're welcome and all, buddy?
No way. Yes, I do.
Oh, that's great.
Friend said you were looking for the aura.
Yes, I am, so let's get going. Let's get going without further ado. Well, then again, there is going to be further ado because we have for the rest of this episode remaining yet, and then we can head out for the Oracle in the next episode. But of course, until then, I'm going to press this A button because, as you can see, we got a huge millennia of collectibles right there, how glorious to say the least, and we also got no lives lost, which is great because it means no giants were defeated, which means I still have 7 giants in availability to me for the rest of the lock. We went in with 7 giants and we came back out with 7 giants, nevertheless. Man, if only I chose a better Skylander in like that arena battle right there, Krisha would still be with us and we still have all 8 giants. It was a really bad decision of mine to choose him, I feel. That's not bad with him. So let's not forget about that factor as well. Either way, seems like we're going to be heading out for the Oracle, but as I mentioned previously, that's going to be in the next episode. But until that one, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. And until then, peace.